Welcome back, fellow readers, writers, and book lovers. If you're a returning subscriber, I'm very happy to welcome you back. And if you're new, then welcome to our little corner of the internet. Well, we're kind of smaller than a corner. Our little speck of the internet. Today, I'll be sharing with you the character questionnaire for Hunter Hendrix. If you don't know, my name is Megan J. Collins, and I am an aspiring author. I've already written my first book, but I'm in the editing stages, so it's not published yet. And while I'm in the process of writing the second book and finishing up the first one, I thought it'd be fun to share with you the character questionnaires for the characters in my book, Jäger. That way, you get a sneak peek before the book even comes out as to who the main characters are. Jäger is a book filled with monsters, magic, and a little bit of romance, so it's got a little something for everyone. It has monsters like witches, fae, werewolves, and vampires. And there's Jägers, which are the hunters who hunt all of them and make sure they don't do anything too bad within human society. I've been doing the character questionnaire series on YouTube, and then on my Instagram, I have been pitting the polls for which characters you guys want next. And you guys have voted for Hunter Hendrix, which you guys picked a good one. I mean, they're all good, but I do love that boy. If you're a writer yourself and want to learn how to make a character questionnaire like the one I'm about to show you, I have a video on my YouTube channel about how to make that. I'll put that in the description below, that way you can find it. With all that being said, let's get into Hunter Hendrix. His full name is Hunter Nathaniel Hendrix. He's 18 and his birthday is October 2nd. I'll put a picture of what he looks like, that way you have a visual representation for what he's supposed to look like. I'm not a pro drawer, take that into consideration, but this is Hunter Hendrix. He's 5 feet 5 inches and weighs 166 pounds, so he's slightly overweight. He has honey blonde hair, and it's a buzz cut, so it's cut very close to his head, and he has blue eyes. One of his biggest distinguishing facial features is he has a really small button nose, and the main character, Vice, has a very large wide nose, so she's definitely very envious of his nose. The clothes that he typically wears are hand-me-downs, either from his older brother or his cousins. He doesn't express himself through fashion because he just gets whatever is left over. One of his biggest personality things is he's very talkative. He will ask questions. He can talk your ear off. The boy is not shy, okay? On to his personality, Hunter's very much an optimistic, not in the naive way where like there's someone who's obviously should not be trusted. He's not going to be like, oh, we should trust this villain because they might have goodness in them. No, he's optimistic more in the way that at the end of the day, he always wants at least one good thing to happen. So even if all his friends are depressed, he's going to be the kind of person who's like, hey, let's go get dinner. I made you something. He's going to be the kind of person who makes sure there's at least one good thing that happened that day. He also, because he's so talkative, is very extroverted. He loves being around his friends. He loves doing things for people. And because he loves doing things for people, his love language is very much service. He is always willing to do anything to help anybody. He would give an arm and a leg to help anybody, no matter the situation. One thing that's very different about Hunter compared to all the other characters is that Hunter's actually a human. The book is set in a town filled with monsters. It's a town run by Jägers for monsters to make sure they're safe, and Hunter's family is the only humans in the entire town, so that's definitely something he's a bit subconscious about, and because of that, the way he wants to be seen by others is as strong, even though he's comparably weak because he's human compared to everybody in town. He also wants to belong in a world that he has really no part in. He wants to be involved in the monster world. He wants to know everything he can about the monster world. He asks questions about it constantly because he wants to learn more. Does that mean he wants to be a monster? No. He doesn't want to be bitten by a vampire or a werewolf or anything like that. He just wants to be in it, but still be himself. The way Hunter sees himself is that he, as someone who is weak because he is human in the monster world, and he very desperately wants to belong in it. The way he's seen by others is as a very sweet boy that is a great addition to the town, a bridge between the human and supernatural world. Because he's human, he does give the monsters more of an understanding of what humans are like and stuff, and he does give that human voice in all the conversations because he is on the outside but knows everything. Hunter tends to make a bit more snap decisions. He lets his emotions more control him. He doesn't think before he talks. He will just keep talking and he won't think about the situation until afterwards. His best friend Fern, who you guys don't know because I haven't done her character questionnaire yet, but she definitely helps him and directs him into not making such a snap decision so quickly. Out of being indoors or outdoors, Hunter would always choose being outdoors. His family loved camping growing up, so he just loves being outside. The quality he values most in a friend is definitely kindness. That's what he always looks for when he's meeting people and stuff like that. He does use a weapon because that's very important in a monster society because there aren't always the nicest of monsters, and the weapon that he uses is a sword. On to family and friends. He has a pretty decent sized family. He has his dad, stepmom, older brother, and 2 younger stepsisters. His mom died of cancer, and so unfortunately she's gone now, and that is his family at the current moment in book 1. His perception on family is that it is the most important thing in the world. His best friend, like I said earlier, is Fern. And definitely one of the reasons why Fern is his best friend is because they are his closest family. They grew up, they've known each other since they were in diapers. And she's just someone who he can always laugh with and who both of them just genuinely love helping each other. He also has 2 dogs, one named Bentley and the other named Vito. Growing up as a child, he was very loud and emotional. Definitely after his mom passed away, he got very angry and stuff, but Fern's definitely helped mellow him out. In the timeline where the book is set, he is completely fine. He's very mellow, but if he gets mad, run. The person he definitely says the most mean things to is his older brother, Alan, just because Alan's he's not a very happy person. He's very moody and not engaged, and so now Hunter just doesn't talk to him because if you can't say anything nice, just don't say anything at all. One of his greatest achievements is winning a very difficult photo competition. He loves photography, and throughout the years he's competed in enough photography competitions and won enough money that he now has his own camera, and he loves that thing so much he carries it everywhere he goes. That is his little baby. And because of that love for photography, his biggest ambition in life is that he wants to own his own photography studio and take like family pictures and stuff like that because he thinks that would be so much fun. The smell that reminds him of his childhood is definitely hamburger meat. His family owns the diner in the town, and so they constantly have leftovers, and he's constantly bringing leftovers to his friends and stuff. So he likes good old classic American food. On to conflict. Hunter has no shame in going headfirst into a fight. He does not want to be seen as weak, and so he will be the first one to go attack anybody if anybody is attacking his friends. His biggest kryptonite is definitely Fern. He values her friendship so much, and if his house was on fire, the first thing he would save is definitely his family. But if his family was safe, then he would save his camera because he loves that thing. That is his baby, okay? His camera is his baby. One thing that Hunter loves to hate is Sawyer's jokes. He pretends he doesn't like them and will like scoff and roll his eyes, but inside he actually does love them because he's glad that Sawyer is also trying to make light of any situation. For Sawyer, he makes light of situation through jokes, and for Hunter, he makes light of it through food. On to work, education, hobbies. Hunter's current job is being a student, being secretary for president, and photo editor of the yearbook, and also working as a waiter at his family's diner. Personally, he's kind of indifferent about school. It's easy, but he's not really motivated to put too much work in it. However, he does love the yearbook. He loves editing the photos. He doesn't really like designing the pages or doing anything with the pages, but if it's taking photos and editing them, he's game for that. And as for the secretary, he loves doing that, but he mainly likes it because he gets to spend some time with Fern. When Hunter's not working, the hobbies he likes to do is photography. He'll just go out around the town and just take pictures and whatnot. And he also loves researching anything monsters. He reads so many books and so many websites. He's constantly learning more. I think he probably knows more than most of the monsters even in the town, because that boy wants to learn everything about it. He does love sports. He used to be on the basketball team before joining the presidency, but now he kind of doesn't have time for that anymore, so he had to give that up. Instead, now he mainly just practices like fencing and swordplay instead. So that's more the sport that he's into now. And the languages that Hunter knows is English, and he's close to being fluent in German. In Jäger, all the monsters speak German because that's where they originate from. And so that's the one dialect that they can always talk to. So if he wants to be able to talk to any monster, he has to know German. So he's learning that. On to favorites. His favorite animal is definitely dogs. He loves any dogs, especially his. He's always down to pet any dog he can. And the animal he dislikes the most are rats. He just doesn't like them. And the place where he would most like to visit is definitely New York City, just because he's seen all the photographs of it and he'd love to take his own photographs of the city. The most beautiful thing he's ever seen is one time his family took a snow machine up a mountain because they wanted to watch the sunrise, and he took a beautiful picture of it. And he loves that thing so much. He has a big blown up picture of it next to his bed. His favorite color is purple, hence why I'm wearing this. I think Hunter would very much like my chair setup because it's definitely his vibe. On to possessions. In his family fridge, it's stacked with leftovers from the diner, so the boy's definitely not going hungry anytime soon. Him and his brother share the same car. It's very old and a little bit worn in. They had to duct tape the seat because it was falling apart, and since he has to take his little sisters to school and stuff, there's toys and food in the back, so you never know what you're going to find in that car. It is a mess, but hey, at least he has a car. His phone case is purple and it has a wallet built in, and he always keeps an SD card in the wallet just in case he wants to take some pictures. Now we're on to spirituality. His guardian angel is definitely his mother, and his religious view is he's Christian, but he's not active. He doesn't really do anything with it, and the way he'd like to die is from old age. He thinks that'd be a really cool death versus all the other terrible deaths. And his zodiac sign is a Libra. His home is definitely messy. Him and his brother Alan share a room, and Alan does not know how to pick up anything, so he throws things all over the place. Hunter tries to keep his half of the room clean, but when you got a brother like Alan, that's not gonna happen. And then the rest of his family is also still messy. His sisters have so many toys, too many toys that some of them have to go in the boys' closets, and their sink is always filled with plates and stuff because his family loves to cook, but they don't like to do the dishes. Because of how messy his family is, Hunter himself is very much a minimalist. He doesn't like having too many things. He likes things being neat and clean. So when he moves out and gets his own place, he's definitely gonna live a very different lifestyle from his family. His soft drink of choice is root beer. That boy loves a good root beer. Okay, we're on to the last section of the character questionnaire, which is miscellaneous. Thank you so much for watching this far. I hope you have loved so far learning about Hunter, but there's still a little bit left. When I'm doing these character questionnaires, I don't ask and answer all the questions on the character questionnaire just because a lot of them would give you spoilers, and we can't have that. On to miscellaneous. Just to see if you know Hunter very well, answer who you think his hero is, the one person he would save, and who would always call for help. You can put the answer down in the comments below. If you said Fern, you would be 100% correct for all three. Shocker, right? I told you, he values Fern. For Halloween, Hunter would also want to dress up as a Ninja Turtle. I don't think Sawyer and Hunter have talked about how both of them want to dress up as a Ninja Turtle, but that'd be really funny if they go celebrate Halloween one time and they both show up as a Ninja Turtle. His biggest extravagance is definitely photography. He will buy all the lights, SD cards, cameras, no matter what it is, he will spend all his money on it. And for that reason, if he won the lottery, Hunter would hands down just buy photography stuff and get his own little photography company started. And his favorite fairy tales are any where the parents are alive and involved in the kid's life. And because of that reason, his least favorite fairy tales is any where the mom dies, which is a lot. So I know you've been having so much fun, but unfortunately we're on the last question, which is if you could have any superpower, it would be the power of light. He thinks it'd be so fun when he's doing photography to be able to change like how dim light it is and where it's coming from and everything like that. So he would definitely want the power of light. With all that being said, thank you so much for watching and wanting to learn about Hunter Hendrix. I love him and I'm so glad to be able to share who he is with you. If you want to go onto my Instagram, I'll have the poll on which character questionnaire you guys want next. Fern, who is the human encyclopedia, or Lena, who's the sweet shy girl. So you can go onto my Instagram, Megan J. Collins, for any information on that. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.